All right, Shalom. I want to start off with giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Harakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Things are about to go left. And what I mean by that, people are in hope for normality to come back. And we, the men of the Lord, the servants of prophets, we're here to tell you that things are not going back to normal. This is the new normal. All right. And this is why this is why I say things are about to go left. This is the day after Thanksgiving, which a lot of our people celebrated the slaughter of a tribe of their people. And I'm referring to the so-called Negroes and Latinos speaking tribes, you know what I mean? They celebrated the slaughter of Gad and Reuben, which are the North American Indians and Seminole Indians. Okay? Well, while everybody sleep, belly filled, with their family, celebrated with folly, everything is about to go left. All right, and as I mentioned at camp yesterday, I said I believe that this is the last time that people will be able to celebrate, their folly in this way. Because, a lot of people are still able to travel here and there, visit their family, but it was just with masks on. But I believe, what everything is about to be spiked up after this whole Thanksgiving, ordeal, which, see, E knows how to, set up, do order out of KO and set up the masses of the people because they're sheep. He is going to use this event to further lock you people down because he's going to say because of, people of not listening to our instructions, wearing masks, staying 6 feet apart, not throwing away silverware after you used it, of putting your food on your plate. He is going to say that the covet, or the crown royal has risen by 400%. I'm just throwing a number out there. But this is what he's going to use. And he's going to blame you people for it to further lock you down. So this is why I say things are about to go left. All right. And all you people that's praying and hoping in normality to be restored, you have no idea what's really about to come, which is further lockdowns, Crown Royal being pushed upon you, until they're ready to push the Chip Ahoy. All right, which which is the RFID microchip. All right, the mark of the beast that the Bible speaks of. All right, but he is setting everything in place, for eventually, the mark of the beast. Okay, but further, he's going to use the Crown Royal and force and push the Crown Royal first, and he's going to have his military to do so, and he's going to. He's going to lure you people in by benefits, all right? Things that you're used to. So he's going to make these times uncomfortable for you so you could just bow down and say, I want my life to be somewhat comfortable again. So yes, I'm going to bow down. All right? I'm going to comply. Right? He's already talking about taking government assistance programs from you. No schools if you're not Crown Royal. Not being able to go to concerts like what Ticketmaster just set up. Many different things. So that's how he's going to lure you in because you people want normality restored. And in doing so, you have to be Crown Royaled up. And not only is E doing it, he has the people policing for him. You hear a lot of cases which took place of people, neighbors seeing different neighbors, calling the authorities and getting people fines and citations for what? For having large gatherings, for people coming to their home not wearing masks. These are people that want normality restored, but within this normality, they have no clue of what's coming upon them. You see, because E got y'all with the okie doke. So let's get it. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah 30, verse 7. It says, "At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of it." So it's going to be a time like never before that's coming upon us, which we're about to get in the book of Daniel, the 12th chapter. So it's about to be a very, very dark, time that we're about to enter in. And it's going to be the time of Jacob's trouble. It's going to be very, harsh upon you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because it's the time of what? Jacob's trouble. But when it speaks about and says, but he should be saved out of it, this is only talking about the elect. And I was just watching a brother's video from Atlanta, and, the guy, Nate, he read Jeremiah 30 and 7, and just went right through it, like rolled right through it, like a roll through on a stop sign. Like he didn't stop and break that down and, say of how left things will be during Jacob's trouble. No, he just kept it pushing. And see, this is where the minute of the Lord serves the prophets come in, because we have to warn our people and let them know that the severity of what's coming upon this place is going to be rough. You're going to be in an uncomfortable situation. E is going to put you in so many bad situations where your life is going to become uncomfortable. Your decision making is going to be life or death. Starve for a while, or eat. Be able to see your children or not ever may be able to see your children again. These are the situations, the decision-making situations that we are entering in. All right, am I going to have a job anymore or not? Am I going to be able to go to the store and shop for food or not? This is what E is about to put upon our people, and not just our people, the world. The world, this is coming to the world, man. Because this is a part of his NWO. This is a part of his agenda to eventually make everyone everyone to be, in sync, right? In sync with his platform, his agenda. That's ultimately what he wants, right? He wants everyone in sync with his agenda, his whole ordeal, the NWO. And with that being said, it's either you are going to comply in his mind, right? This is how E works and thinks. You're either going to comply or you're going to die. Whether it be, he starve you, whether it be he let you just rot, in a concentration facility, whatever the case may be. But see, these are the harsh times we're about to enter in, all right? And see, we here at Great Millstone, we warn our people and we speak the reality of the situations, that's about to come upon us, upon our people. We got to give you the sense of the reality. We cannot not give you the reality. People say, okay, y'all may speak harsh and, why you always got to talk about the bad? Well, we talk about the good, but we must talk about the bad, We talk about the sweet, but we must talk about the bitter too. There's no getting around it. And see, our people like hearing smooth things, right? So this is why they have a problem of what we teach, or in the manner the way that we teach. It's the book of Isaiah 30, verse 9. It says that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seer, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speaking to us smooth things, prophesy deceits. And see, our people like to hear smooth things. You know, our people like to hear things that's good to the ears. You know, which we do speak about good news. You know, we speak about the kingdom. All right. We speak about, you know, the elect being saved out of what's coming upon this place. We speak about righteousness. We speak about order being restored when Yahushua, returns and destroys this wicked kingdom. We speak about these things, but our people must know that even before these things to come, the bad has to take place. The bad has to take place. And E is going to come down with the hammer, man. He is going to come down with the hammer. I don't know who you've been listening to or what has entered into your mind, but you must know your enemy. Look through history, right? Pick up the scriptures to see the things that he have done to our people by not complying. See the things that he done to our people by not complying to him. Matter of fact, let's put this on airplane mode so nobody interrupts this lesson, man. And we're gonna get an example of that. So let's go back to Isaiah 30, verse 10 again. It says, "Would say to the seer, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speaking to us smooth things, prophesy deceits. Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us." And that's the mind state of our people, man. You know, they wanna cause the Holy One of Israel to cease before them. They don't want, these things to enter into their mind. So they say, you know what? I don't want to hear what you got to say. I don't want to hear what you got to say. Okay? I'm too busy thinking of, things that I want to accomplish here. And when you speak in a way of that, you are reverting my mind back to reality, which the place that I don't want to be in, or the mind frame that I don't want to think upon. So let's get this, and then we're going to go to that example. Let's go to the book of Daniel 12, verse 1. It says, "In that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there should be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people," what? It says, "thy people shall be delivered, everyone that is found written in the book." So if you're written in the book of life, right? You are part of the elect. You will be saved out of this. Now we know at the end of the day, all Israel shall be saved. We know all Israel will be in the kingdom. See, that's the grace and mercy of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But a lot of our people are not going to make it on this side. And we're coming into a time like never before, man. A time like never before. So, yes, trying is going to be happening. Your faith is going to be tried. When we speak about the hour of temptation. Hey, because that's the spirit that's going on right now, That's the spirit that brothers is, vibration that we're pushing out through the earth, the hour of temptation. Being tried, we will be charged with sedition. They're gonna say we're treason. We're trying to overthrow the government, and we're only just speaking words. But we're speaking words against this government, so they will say we're in rebellion to it. So what would they want to do to us? Lock us up, try to stop our words. This is how E is coming, man. Revelation 2, verse 10, it says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So we got to be faithful unto death. This devil's going to try us by all means necessary. We was talking at Kim how, E got these different tactics to try to break people. Waterboarding, right? Starvation, locking you in a room, playing these weird ass sounds, and locking you in a room with the different flickering lights and a TV, memorizing TV of different sayings and sounds and things like that. This devil be trying all types of tactics, man. And we ain't even go to the torture tactics yet. But see, this is what this devil's going to bring upon us, man. They try to make us denounce Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But the scripture says, be thou faithful unto death. We already know there's going to be martyrs. You see? That's going to be beheaded for the witness and testimony of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So these are the things that's coming. These are the times that we are entering to, and they're not far off. So things are about to go left very quickly. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Now let's go to an example of men that were faithful unto death. All right. Let's go to the book of 2nd Esdras. Slakia. 2nd Maccabees, chapter 7. We'll start at the top. And it came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law, to what? To taste swine's flesh, and were tormented with scourges and whips. So now you are witnessing an Edomite torturing us because he wanted us to take or to eat swine. Right? This is history. Okay? This is history of going into how this devil is torturing us to eat his swine. How much more the Chippehoy? How much more the Crown Royal, and then how much more the Chippehoy? This is what he's coming with. But one of them spake first and said thus, what wouldest thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die, rather to transgress the laws of our fathers. Then the king, being enraged, commanded pans and cauldrons to be made hot, which forthwith being heated, he commanded to cut off the tongue of him that first spake, and to cut off the utmost parts of his body, the rest of his brethren and his mother looking on. So this is a tactic that he uses, to try to establish fear into the people. Okay, you want to get out of line? Everyone look on and watch. You don't comply, you get the same treatment. What you think he did in slavery? He would take the biggest, the manliest one of the plantation, and he will break him down in front of everyone. So no one would get out of line. And then he will butt break him. You nasty devil. Butt breaking is going into raping the male slave, holding him down. Not just holding him down, but, tying him up or chaining him to something and then having a wicked sexual relation with him. Devil. Verse 5, now when he was thus maimed in all his members, he commanded him, being yet alive, to be brought to the fire and to be fried in the pan. And as a vapor of the pan was for a good space dispersed, they exhorted one another with the mother to die manfully, saying thus, the Lord God looketh upon us, and in truth have comfort in us, as Moses in his song, which witnessed to their faces, declared, saying, and he shall be comforted in his servants. So when the first was dead, after this manner, they brought the second to make him a mocking stock. And when they pulled off the skin of his hair, they asked him, wilt thou eat before thou be punished throughout every member of thy body? But he answered in his own language and said, no. Wherefore he also received the next torment order as the former did. So he said, la'ah, meaning no in our Hebrew tongue. La'ah. You see? And he received the same judgment. This is what this is coming. This type of situations people will be in. So we just gotta pray to Yahweh Shema Shai that they put it on our spirit that we keep our integrity, okay, and we keep that and we stay faithful unto death, man, no matter what we go through. Because at the same time, the Lord could put it on your spirit where you might not feel a thing. He could put it on your spirit where you may not feel a thing. Where Esau, might have it to a thing like he think he doing something, but you just taking it cheerfully, not being able to feel nothing. The Lord can do that. The Lord can do that. Verse 10, after him was the third made a mocking stock, and when he was required, he put out his tongue in the right soon, holding forth his hands manfully, and said courageously, these I had from heaven, and for his laws I despised them, and from him I hope to receive them again. And so much that the king and they that were with him marvel at the young man's courage, for that he nothing regarded the pains. Now when this man was dead also, they tormented and mangled the fourth in like manner. So when he was ready to die, he said thus, it is good being put to death by men, to look for hope from the Most High, to be raised up again by him. As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection of life. You see? So you see the spirit that's on our brother? It's a beautiful spirit to have, man. Can you just imagine, looking this on at a particular family member or a particular, brother that you consider, family, that you went through all the, the betterments of the city with? And brothers is taking it on cheerfully, It says, and afterward they brought the fifth also and mangled him. Let's get something real quick. Let's go to Matthew chapter 10, verse 28. It says, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. You see, he wants your soul. That's what he really wants. But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. So you would have fear Yahweh Shem Shai. Because this devil only can kill the flesh, man. That's it. So verse 15 again, 2 Maccabees 7 verse 15. Afterward they brought the fifth also and mangled him. Then looked unto the king and said, thou hast power over men. Thou art corruptible. Thou doest what thou wilt, yet think not that our nation is forsaken of the Most High. But abide a while, and behold his great power. How will he torment thee and thy seed? You see? So he's letting them know, okay, you're doing all this shit to us. The Lord's going to torment you and thy seed, man. And he's correct. You see? Because when we get to the kingdom, we gonna put E to fucking hell, man. He gonna go through his period, his 1,000-year period, harshly until his ass is casted off the earth, man. After his servitude. And after him also they brought the sixth, who being ready to die said, be not deceived without cause, for we suffer these things for ourselves, having sinned against our power. Therefore marvelous things are done unto us. It's another, correct statement that our brother made. All these things that we're going through, this is because something that we did. We are our forefathers, So we're receiving the things that we have done, right? Things that we have done in our lives now, things that we have done in our past life. So therefore, marvelous things are done unto us, because what? We sinned against our power. Let's get a precept. Let's go to the book of Daniel, chapter 9. So let's start at verse 8. It says, O Lord, to us belongeth confusion of face, to our kings, to our princes, and to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee. To the Lord our God belongeth mercies and forgiveness, though we have rebelled against him. Neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord our God to walk in his ways, which he set before us by his servants the prophets. Yea, all Israel transgressed. thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of the Most High, because we have sinned against him. And he have confirmed his words, which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem. Right? It says, as it is written in the law of Moses, all this evil has come upon us, yet made we not our prayer before the Lord our God, that we might turn from our iniquities and understand thy truth. All right. Therefore have the Lord watched upon the evil and brought it upon us. For the Lord our God is righteous in all his works which he have doeth, for we obeyed not his voice. So this is why these things have fell upon us. Okay. Losing our heritage, being scattered all across the world, being made the tail and not the head. No longer being, having the blessing of being above all the nations, so to speak, right now, because what we are made the tail instead of the head as we were supposed to be. All right. The different smited with madness and blindness, just the whole throughness, of our nation. Curses, right? Verse 19, it says, but think not that thou hast takest in hand to strive against the Most High, that thou shalt escape unpunished. And a lot of these devils believe that they're going to escape unpunished. They thought that the Lord was altogether with them, but little do they know we are living out, our judgment, the things that we have done against the Lord. But what they have done, they're not going to escape that, man. You see, because as we had to be judged as a nation, hey, all you devils is about to be judged as a nation. Verse 20, it says, but the mother was marvelous above all and worthy of honorable memory. For when she saw her 7 sons slain within the space of one day, she bare it with good courage because of the hope that she had in the Lord. Right? So check this Israelite woman's spirit, man. She had a very good spirit, man. Okay, because what she had hope because of the hope that she had in the Lord. She wasn't one of those mothers to try to tell her sons, look, baby, I'm trying to save your life. Please just take it. Please just eat the pork, Or you know what? I'll do it. I'll do anything for you not to harm my sons. Nah, man. She wasn't like that. This is what she done. Verse 21, yea, she exhorted every one of them in her own language, filled with courageous spirits, and stirring up her womanish thoughts with a manly stomach, she said unto them, right? I cannot tell you how you came into my womb, for I neither gave you breath nor life. Neither was it I that formed the members of every one of you. But doubtless the creator of the world, who have formed the generation of man and found out the beginning of all things, will also of his own mercy give you breath and life again, as you now regard not your own selves for his law's sake. Now Antiochus, thinking himself despised and suspecting it to be a reproachful speech, while the youngest was yet alive, yet did not only exhort him by words, but also assured him with oaths that he would make him both a rich and a happy man if he would turn from the laws of his father, and that also he would take him for his friend and trust him with his affairs. You see, it's another tactic he like to do. Try to buy you out. Try to have you sell your soul, which a lot of our people are into today. All right? He buys you out to what? To further destroy the mindset of your people. Okay? By getting on board with them. You think these people in this entertainment world, right? Whether it be, music, actors, athletes, you think they don't got to listen to E? All the shit that they accomplished, that they have? Oh, no, they got to bow down to E. Some form, some way or another, they got to bow down. Example. What reason? Why would they make LeBron James, right? Right, one of the most looked up to athletes in the world. What was the reasoning behind putting him in a dress? What was the reasoning behind putting Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal, and Charles Barkley, these men, these supposed to be a man's man, in a dress? Why? What was the purpose of that? People just think, oh, they're just being funny. How's that being funny? No, that's just to further, right, destroy the minds of the young men of our nation. To say, okay, if he put on a dress, then I think it's okay to put on a dress. You see, he don't do nothing without a strategic thought. It talks about him being wiser than Daniel. It talks about him, doing a diligent search. So he thinks these things through, before he push it on our people, man. Where is this scripture at? Here we go. Deuteronomy 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are abomination to the Lord thy God. So yeah, women wearing man clothing and man wearing woman clothing. The Lord ain't dealing with that shit, man. That shit is off, man. You see, but he know that. See, he thrives when he keeps our people in sin. All right? But he likes to buy people out, man. He makes them do things that will benefit him. That's the only way you'll be able to, have some sort of, benefits from him if you do what he commanded you to do. Okay? Because there's a lot of shit that's going on behind closed doors that these weirdos do that you have no clue about. So verse 25, it says, but when the young man would in no case hearken unto him, the king called his mother and exhorted her that she would counsel the young man to save his life. You see? So he went to the mother. You see, can you tell your son to do this? Can you tell your son to do that? Trying to break the spirit of the mother to have the mother break the spirit of the son. Verse 27, but she bowing herself towards him, laughing the cruel tyrant to scorn, spake in her country language on this manner. O my son, have pity upon me, that bare thee 9 months in my womb, and gave thee suck 3 years, and nourished thee, and brought thee up into this age, and endured the troubles of education. I beseech thee, my son, look upon the heaven and the earth, and all that is therein, and consider that the Most High made them of things that were not, and so was mankind made likewise. Fear not this tormentor, but being worthy of thy brethren, take thy death, that I may receive thee again in mercy with thy brethren. So our people knew of reincarnation, man. This is another scripture to let you know that reincarnation exists. All right? While she was yet speaking these words, the young man said, whom wait ye for? I will not obey the king's commandment, but I will obey the commandment of the law that was given unto our fathers by Moses. So this is a wicked Edomite tyrant king going by the name Antiochus. Okay, and that spirit of tyranny is still in today. And that's how he's going to use, that's what he's going to come down with. And thou that has been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews shall not escape the hands of God. You see? So it's the same thing, man. The accuser of our brethren, right? This devil that's against us. Who is he against? First and foremost, the Hebrew Israelites, man. All right? The Hebrew Israelites. For we suffer because of our sins. This is what they knew. And if people knew and understood this more, they will accept things more gladly, so to speak, because people always question, why are we going through this? Why are we going through that? And we try to tell them through the scriptures, And though the living Lord be angry with us a little while, for our chastising and correction, yet shall he be at one again with his servants. And this is what's coming. But thou, O godless man, and of all other most wicked, right? What the scripture said about him, the Most High, or God is not in all his thoughts, right? But thou, O godless man, and of all other most wicked, be not lifted up without a cause, nor puffed up with uncertain hopes, lifting up thy hand against the servants of God, shows you which these are Israelites. For thou hast not yet escaped the judgment of the Almighty God, who seeth all things. For our brethren who now have suffered a short pain are dead under God's covenant of everlasting life. But thou, through the judgment of the Most High, shall receive just punishment for thy pride. But I, as my brethren, offer up my body and life for the laws of our fathers, beseeching the Most High that he would speedily be merciful unto our nation, and that thou, by torments and plagues, mayest confess that he is the Most High alone, or alone is the Most High, and that in me and my brethren the wrath of the Almighty, which is justly brought upon all our nation, may cease. Then the king, being enraged, handled him worse than all the rest, and took it grievously that he was mocked. So this man died undefiled, and put his whole trust in the Lord. Last of all, after the sons, the mother died. Let this be enough now to have spoken concerning the idolatrous feast and the extreme tortures. All right, so this is what E wants to put us through. He want to put us through, another idolatrous feast and extreme tortures. But I want to say, he want to put us through another idolatrous feast and extreme torture. And he's going to torture us by way of not being in league or being in sync with his system, man. Because he wants us to worship the image of the beast. He wants us to worship the beast, the image of the beast. Okay, and he wants us to take the mark of the beast as well. Okay, so this is what we're going to go through. A lot of people are going to go through this. Okay, with his tyranny. So these are just things to think upon through the Spirit. Okay, so that's it for the lesson, Lord willing. Hope it was edifying. Until next time, I want to say shalom.